What is up, everyone? JD here. I hope you're doing well today. Super excited. Got another new Kershaw in. Let's get into it. All right, guys, we have a premium mini iridium in today, and I'm super excited to check this out. These are very comparable to like your mini bug outs. But I'm really liking this. It is full steel liners, again, because it is still a crossbar lock, which Kershaw is doing a really good job with these. I like the detent on these crossbar locks. They work very nicely. You do have titanium construction here. It appears as if they are using titanium hardware. We're going to check that here in just a minute. Still get a steel fold over pocket clip. Again, this is originally a budget knife that they're upgrading the materials on this one. And it does feel like this is a G10 backspacer. The way it feels in hand could be that the coating is throwing me off a little bit here. Really nice sun studs on here. And again, a nice detent on the mini iridium. And it is riding on ceramic bearings, or I'm sorry, it's riding on bearings. I believe they're actually steel bearings on this one. But very, very nice. You have a very thin, acute spear point blade shape with S35 VN as your blade steel with a polished finish. So I really like the premium finishes on here. It is a 3.5 finger knife for me. Not quite enough room for me to comfortably feel like I can choke up there. When I do, I start to tap into the back of the blade. So for me, it's more 3.5 finger to use this one. If I were to choke up, I would land like right on top of the little arch here, and not super comfortable for me. But this is a screaming thin slicey blade, cut very, very nicely and just absolutely like a laser through the cardboard. Not that I would be grabbing this to break down a bunch of boxes, but if you did need to on occasion cut through dense material, it's going to work well, and it is going to be really good with that spear point blade shape going through and using it in detailed cuts in a pinch grip. So I do like that a lot. Contoured titanium scales are comfortable. To me, it was most comfortable choked back. I did hang off the back a little bit, but there is a little option here for a lanyard. On this one, I may throw like a really stubby-ish lanyard on here. It wouldn't hang off really far. Probably something similar to what I think you see on like a Chris Reeve knives, the way that they kind of come, where I can just grab onto that and have something back here for that pinky to kind of grab onto, grip onto. That's just me personally. It is still solid side to side, solid up and down. I can start to feel a little bit of wobble when I really, really wrench on it, but it doesn't feel like it's going to go anywhere. It is a little bit of a thinner blade, so I think that probably plays a factor into that. Let's go ahead and do some size comparisons with the mini iridium, guys, and then we'll weigh the knife. I do happen to have the premium full-size iridium in here, so I thought that would be a cool size comparison. And then my Mac 3.5 inch, Mac 2 3.5 inch out here, another full-size knife. So you can see this is definitely a mini knife for you guys. Let's do a couple more. All right, we have the Manix 2 lightweight and the Devo Fireball on the table. Again, just some comparisons here to show you that this is definitely, like I said, 3.5 finger knife. If you have small hands, this is going to be really nice. Medium hands, probably going to be closer to a 4-finger grip for you, but large and up, it's going to be 3.5 finger. Something that you may even throw in the 5th pocket, or just something small, lightweight that you can carry in the summertime. It's going to be really good for those types of things. And again, it is a stupid thin slicey blade on this one. Let's go ahead and weigh it. Okay, we got the scale out here. Let's cut her on and see what the mini iridium with, again, full steel liners and titanium scales. I don't think it's going to be super lightweight, but hey, they got it in under 3 ounces. That's really impressive, but I did want to mention, because this is at 2.9 in the mini with all of that, and then you have here the full size also coming in at 2.9 ounces. And that is a substantial difference on the size. This does have full steel liners as well, but that those full titanium scales versus the carbon fiber are going to be a huge, huge difference. Let's get the scale out of the way. All right, I did mention I was going to check this to see if they are actually, yeah, they're just coated. Actually, is it the liners? No, it's definitely directly making contact. So I think those are coated steel fasteners, which is fine. No big deal on this one at all, in my opinion. Now, I do grade on a scale of 1 to 10. 1's the lowest, 10's the highest. I take in price, ergos, fit and finish, and performance all into account, along with the actual aesthetics, which is subjective to me as well. I think the iridium and the midi iridium, regardless of which one you pick, is a good looking knife. I do like the Wharncliffe a little bit better personally. I think it looks nicer, and I think utility wise it's a little bit more functional, but this is such a low tip on here, it's not going to be a huge knock on this one. Again, the fit and finish on here is really nice, a little bit heavier for a mini, but if you wanted it in a premium format, I get why they did this and they brought it to you. Really happy to see the S35 Kershaw does a fantastic job with the edges that they give you from the factory, and this one has a really stupid thin slicey geometry. I mean, it is really, really thin. This is going to be an absolute slicer. Action on it is really good as well. I think on this one here, I think I'm at a 7-8. A little bit of what holds it back for me is going to be the weight, and I think also the size. It's just a little too small for me, but that could be a plus for you if you do like a smaller knife, or if you want something a little bit smaller. I personally, with them coming in at the same weight, would grab the full size one, even if it was a summertime carry, unless you're looking for something because you have smaller hands. That's just where I am at with this one, but it is not a knock on it at all. Absolutely loved it, enjoyed it, highly recommend it. Let me know what you think about the iridium down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Affiliate links are in the description, and when you use those, it helps the channel, as well as your memberships when you do decide to carry those. All of that is up to you though, no pressure. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. If you enjoyed, leave the like, all the good stuff. I'm out here, guys. I hope you have a fantastic week. Catch you on the next one. Peace.